Oh man, Guerlain. They're a niche brand, at least they're considered a niche brand, but in a lot of ways, they almost act kind of like a designer brand, and we're going to be going over that here. As you saw the title of this video, I was made aware of some changes that Guerlain is going to be making to their presentation again, and also potentially maybe some things getting discontinued again. And those reasons right there are why I say that Guerlain, in a lot of ways, kind of behaves like a designer brand, even though they are widely considered niche. And before a bunch of people get upset, I'm not talking about scent quality and heritage, not the fragrance, but the brand's history and everything like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not undermining the quality of Guerlain and the fact that they have some revolutionary fragrances. But with the seemingly frequent presentation changes and the discontinuation of a good amount of products, it's kind of like what a lot of big designer brands do. And when you think about it, Guerlain also has a lot of reach, just like some big designer brands. Of course, Creed, Parfums de Marly, kind of similar as well, but you get the idea here. The difference with Guerlain is they have a fragrance line that you can often get as low as $30, $40 on discounters. Really, that is not niche territory at all. So yeah, you heard it right. Big changes coming, or at least it seems that way. I got an email from a subscriber. I'll go ahead and read it off here just a little bit. His name was Mark. Thank you, Mark, for supporting the channel. Basically, he said he was browsing the French website of Guerlain and noticed that all of the bottles are now square like the Ideal bottles. So all of them are going to be like this, and I'll show you some examples in a minute. He also said that Ideal Cool is not listed on the website, or on the French website, that is. He was asking, do you think there's going to be a new Ideal flanker for spring, summer, or is the line basically done for at this point? They've already discontinued Cool. Yes, they have Sport, and Mark actually, I think, mentioned that he likes Sport, but in terms of the community and the sales, I feel like Sport maybe wouldn't be that good. And I think it's also important to note that Sport is not on the website either. For the Ideal line, all they have is the original EDT. They have the Extreme right here. They have the Eau de Parfum, and they have L'Intense. He also noted that Habit Rouge gets the red cap that Ideal Extreme has. So basically, Habit Rouge is going to look similar to this, except the juice color will be different. I'll zoom in here. We'll put up some screenshots on the screen. But like all of the bottles now are going to be this type of bottle. So Guerlain VETIVER, it'll be looking similar-ish to this. Habit Rouge, same deal. Guerlain HOMME, same deal. Going to be looking like this with this style bottle. It seems like this bottle is going away. And why that's so significant is because, do you remember this? Here's Guerlain HOMME. They had this type of bottle right here, okay? What ended up happening was they switched over to this style bottle. And of course, being that these changes freak people out, and I do understand, there's reformulation talk, there's watered down talk, there's batch inconsistency talk, a whole bunch of buzz starts going around when they change the bottles, right? A lot of people are still seeking out to find this old style of Guerlain HOMME rather than buying the new style bottle that, is how it comes now. And yet it appears there's going to be another change. I mean, this is going to upset some people. But yeah, let me zoom in here. So here's what Habit Rouge will look like. Again, I'll put screenshots up, but I just want to show you here. And that was the EDT. Here's the EDP. All right, so you see it has the red cap, kind of like on the Extreme. The Extreme now will have a black cap, as you can see there. I much prefer it the other way, and so what's going to happen here is it's going to cause reformulation talk with this one as well. I forgot to grab one fragrance here. Let me do that real quick. Another example of them changing the bottles is right here. L'Homme Ideal L'intense. Remember how this one came all blacked out, looks super slick? No longer looks that way. So now, without fail, every time I feature this fragrance, I get at least a couple people asking, what's the difference between the bottles? I don't know this. I don't have the black bottle, and I'm not getting mad or upset or hating on anyone for asking. It's a valid question, but these changes do raise questions in the fragrance community, and I think it's important to address. And the brand has been so frequent at making changes like this. Seems like they're doing it a little bit at a time, like maybe their end goal was to switch over to this, but man, like it just keeps happening without fail. So there you go there. Looks like the EDP is going to stay the same. Again, no cool or sport on here either. We already know that cool has been hard to get here in the US. I thought we were in the clear and we had a good consistent summer version. Now kind of taking the place of cologne, but maybe it's not looking that way. We'll get down to this point here. Here's Guerlain VETIVER. So you can see, I mean, they all look really good. I'm not complaining from a visual standpoint. Here's what VETIVER looks like now, and before even a different bottle. I like how it looks, but again, it's going to raise questions, right? This one here, Guerlain Homme, this one looks really sweet. This is probably my favorite change. I think that looks really sharp. I love the gray and the light green, looks cool. And Heritage, of course. I mean, they're switching the whole line over. They won't ship to the US, so I can't buy these and see what they're all about. We're just going to have to wait, I suppose. But same thing with L'Instant de Guerlain. Down there at the bottom, the screenshot's kind of cut off, but L'Instant de Guerlain, Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, same deal, square bottles. So I think that's all of the information I just splat out for you there. Tried to get that all out and have it make sense. Basically, just to give you a quick synopsis here, quick gestalt, and we'll kind of start to roll out. Changing the bottles again, at least it appears. The US is always going to be the last market to get these changes. So, you know, it's not happening here yet. It's going to happen over there first, and eventually they'll roll it out here. Maybe that could explain some of the inconsistencies of the stock of some of these fragrances here. Like L'Homme Ideal Extreme, they're switching the cap, for God's sakes, and that's messing everything up. Maybe that explains why L'Homme Ideal Cool is so hard to get, because maybe they're not even making it anymore. Who knows? L'Homme Ideal Cool. That's just kind of where we're at. Changing things up again. It's going to start talk about reformulation and watered down and all of this and all of that. Same thing here with L'Homme L'Intense. A lot of people probably avoid this one now because they changed the bottle. You go from this super cool looking black bottle, looks super sharp and strong, to now the clear bottle, which does blend in more, but it does raise questions. It's kind of where we're at, man. They're switching it up a lot. It looks like they're discontinuing some more things as well, possibly. I don't see why they would have them in production and not have them on their main website where they do business. So that's kind of where we're at. A lot of this is going to be up to speculation. I haven't contacted the brand. I don't know them personally. I don't have a connect with them. And realistically, Guerlain probably wouldn't tell me anything anyway. Most brands do not. So that's kind of where we're at. But I think it's kind of written in stone here. So be on the lookout for new bottles. Don't be surprised or shocked or upset if some of your favorite fragrances here are out of stock for a while. It's probably just because they're waiting new stock to be shipped to the US so they can yet again change the packaging. Fragrance Net for a lot of these here, like this style bottle and even in this one. And even I think L'Homme Ideals have the new packaging still in there in parentheses, and now they're going to have yet another new packaging update to accommodate to. And I'm sure these discounters and websites are going to be getting bombarded with questions as well. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. Just wanted to share that information with you. Thank you, Mark, subscriber, for checking the video out and providing me with this information, and thank you guys for watching. I'll link some of these down below if they're in stock or whatever. A lot of these fragrances are always kind of hard to get, but I'll do my best. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.